There has been a transfer rumour that Leroy Sane could be of interest to Manchester United. I'll be going through why this transfer could happen, why it maybe should happen, if Sane would want to go to Manchester United, and if Bayern Munich should sell the Leroy Sane that we paid a lot of money for, the Leroy Sane who we courted for 2 years, whether this should happen. So this news comes from the Mirror, who said that Man United have made an inquiry for former Man City star Leroy Sane after Sadio Mane's arrival. And first off, I'll just preface this by saying that I don't think this rumour is true. I think the news we've got from Germany is that Leroy Sane wants to stay. From his interviews, he's had a very determined look about him, seeing that he wants to get back into the first team side. He really wants to play in Bayern, and I don't think he will leave. But if this is true, I think it's not very outlandish. I think that Manchester United could be an option for Leroy Sane, because Bayern are playing the 4-2-2-2 formation at the moment, and Sane's role in the team is non-existent as he's not starting. Of course, Thomas Muller and Jamal Musiala are occupying those two attacking midfield positions. And while Sane could deputise as striker or at attacking midfield, it's not looking like he'll be a starter in this coming season when the Champagne lineup is on the field. And I think Sane maybe feels a higher prestige than that. He wants to be a starter for a team. He already had a season at Bayern where he was used in his first season almost as a super sub at times, and I don't think he'll want to go through that again. I think he really wants to be a starter, and I think he could leave, therefore, to find first team football elsewhere. While he also has a high wage, a lot has been made about Sane. He's been breaking our wage structure. He's meant that the wages have ballooned to insane, if you will, levels at Bayern Munich in the recent years. After Sane, top players like Thomas Muller, Joshua Kimmich, Leon Goretzka, in their contract renewals, they had to get Sane-like figures, and this has not had a good effect on the team. While Sane also has a diva-like attitude, which doesn't really mesh well in Bavaria, doesn't really mesh well with Bayern values, and he doesn't seem to be the biggest team player. He seems lazy at times, he seems disinterested, and this is not the type of player we want at Bayern. Maybe this is the type why Sane hasn't been starting at times, is because he's not showing full commitment to the team. Yes, under Hansi Flick he has tracked back more. Yes, he has learned to defend more, but we haven't seen the true Leroy Sané at Bayern. We haven't seen a fully committed Leroy Sané at Bayern yet. And I think that Bayern could want to recoup something of a 50-60 million pound fee that was paid for Sané in the first place. And I think that Man U could be the team to offer this. We've seen that Man U have had interest in players like the Ajax right winger. I forgot his name right now. Also, they bought Lisandro Martinez for a heavy sum, so it's clear they have the facilities to pay this 50-60 million fee that would be needed for Sane. And it could be the time for Bayern to cut off, to accept their losses with Sane, and 50-60 million would be an excellent sum to get for someone like Sane. He is actually aging slightly a bit. He's about 26, I think. And it could be time to cut our losses, just decide, Leroy Sané, we want you gone, we want you out. So I can imagine this happening. And for Sané, as I said, it's important for him to get more playing time. And he would have a fresh start in a familiar league, because he, of course, played for Man City. It would be a familiar city. He played for Man City in Manchester. But this could also be a reason why he doesn't want to go to Man United, for example. But because he already has this City connection. But I could see him also returning to Man City. That's another possibility I can see for Sané. I can see him moving. Out of all the Bayern players, Gnabry seems assured now. Coman is assured. Sané is the one attacker who could be off on his way. However, I do think that Leroy Sané should still be kept. He was the player of the Hinrunde for me last season. He won about 3 player of the months. He was incredible in that left half space role, which Jamal Musiala is now dazzling in, though, which means he could have limited starting opportunities. But he was really good, and I think that we could use him in a Hansi Flick-esque super sub type role yet again this season, but that would still be really valuable for the team. He would be so valuable as our top striker depth and our top winger depth, while he would also be really a difference maker, adding that added pace, that added finesse, and that added quality when he comes onto the field. So I think he should be kept for this reason. But as he's German, he's also well known to the core of Gnabry, Goretzka, Kimmich. I think it's important to keep him, to keep that German core, and also because he gets along with these teammates and he's already well versed in the team, and he's still young, 26, so he still has lots of time to improve, lots of time to remain good at Bayern. And for these reasons, I think Bayern should keep him. I think he still actually can be the difference maker. The Sane we saw at the start of last season, we were all raving about him. He was great. He's just fallen off in recent times, so hopefully he can rediscover this old form. I don't think Bayern should sell him. If they do sell him, I'd be looking for a fee of 80 to 90 million, although I think that Bayern could accept something like 50 to 60 million, given some of the poor performances we've seen from Sane in recent times. But those are my thoughts on it. Leave a comment below where you think Sane will be in the coming season, whether Bayern should sell him. And thank you very much. Goodbye.